Hey everybody, it's Pajama Life with our review of the Odyssey, House of the Dragon, and oops, let's go.
Tell me what you remember.
A son.
And then what?
We won the war. Help me go home.
I want you to choose me.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
No, he's not. You're pining for a daddy you didn't even know, like some sniveling bastard. Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
My dad is coming home.
No one could stand between me and home. Not even the gods.
Keep us free!
Hey everybody, we got a special guest, Dragon Girl, Dragon fan. She's with us again to talk about the movies and House of the Dragon. So welcome to Monica. Ooh.
Hello, everybody.
And this guy, now my fingers are all messed up. This guy, David, say hey.
Hey, everybody. Great to be with you tonight. Looking forward to talking about these programs of medieval and mythical times.
Oh, isn't it something? So, Monica, what did you think of the Odyssey based on Homer's Iliad?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. It's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
I just don't even know where to start. I thought the beginning of them trying to get us caught up and try to unfold the story. I was kind of thrown off, but once they really got into what was going on after Troy and the years that they were in Troy, and then how it everything manifests after that. Then I was all in. Especially when they were showing the horse and how they had a twist on it, how people were down there in the horse dying, drowning, and you know, and they just had to deal with a whole lot of things that we really wasn't thinking about. They really touched on those things. And I really just enjoyed watching all of the different places that they went and how they interpreted the giants, those big giants with the little girl looked like she was probably 5 and looked about 6 feet.
Yeah.
And all the giants, how they did that, how you had Cyclops. I like the way they distorted him, gave his little point of how he was and how his life went, and I just really enjoyed the whole thing. I love when how Odysseus came in the end and how he was able to infiltrate and take the necessary people down that had come against them, come against the house while he was gone. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. 3 hours was not a problem for me.
Yeah. And for me, usually 3 hours, I'm like, Lee, get away from there. Shrink this thing. But Christopher Nolan, once again, did such an amazing job of taking a very dense and complicated story and making it so personable and so meaningful and related to today. I mean, the Odyssey really is kind of the progenitor of a lot of heroes' journey stories. That's what you see a lot of them based on. If you go back and look throughout our art,
Mhm.
This story is one of the bellwethers of different stories. But man, some of the things that I liked, okay, and they almost got me. Tears almost fell out of my face unexpectedly. The little dog wagging the
Oh,
tail.
Argo.
I
Oh
loved
my
it.
gosh, that
Yeah.
almost took me completely out.
Mhm. Me
That
too.
was so beautiful.
Right.
And we can't really spoil the movie because the book has been out for 1,000 years or whatever. So,
Right.
Right.
but Tom Holland's acting in that scene,
Incredible.
his facial expression in that
Mhm.
moment when he realizes who the beggar, the stranger is
Right.
one of his most incredible pieces of acting that he did.
Loved it. Loved
I
it. Loved
mean,
it.
and
Loved
Anne Hathaway as Penelope, you
Yeah.
got to see someone who ruled for
Mhm.
dang near 20 years. Then she got a little pipsqueak son up there telling, okay, it's time for you to get out so I can come in. And
Right.
she's like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm the queen of this joint. You know,
Right.
you can wait. Just hold up. And but the love that the unwavering, steadfast love she had for
Mhm.
and how now that goddamn Calypso, she was a mess. I was like, how you gonna do the boy like that? And then just have him,
Mhm.
oh, okay, baby. I know you wanna
Right.
go, but eat this a little bit. You know, it'll help.
Mhm.
And I was like, wait a
Like,
minute.
girl,
How long
bye.
has he been? That is some creepy, weird stalker mess that she did. And
Mhm.
another great villain in the story, Cersei. Cersei was a whole mess
Right.
Wow.
because, and I thought it was interesting, they didn't make her one dimensional. She had a reason for what she was doing, and
Mhm.
she was tired of these men coming to her island and trying to steal her stuff or attack them. And so she
Right.
was like, okay, you gonna act like beasts, I got something for you. And that was just incredible. Samantha Morton was credible. But
Right.
my thing was also, why didn't we see Agamemnon's face? He's fine
Mhm.
AF.
It's all outdoors, girl.
I was like,
And I'm like,
she's stupid for not being with him.
what
I mean, there's a completely logical reason why Helen was not
was
having
yes.
any parts of
Right.
him because he did something so evil that is
Yeah.
crazy. But I was like, I don't know, he kind of fine. I might have forgiven him a little bit. I don't know. He was so good looking. But the
Calm down, Bill. Calm down. Woo. Drink
I
some
know
water. Drink a little water.
the best villain was Robert Pattinson. I mean, he
Oh,
done
yeah.
went from a sparkly vampire to the sleazoid of the
sleazies. I
antiquity.
kept looking. I kept saying, "Is that right? Is that Twilight? Is that?" I
That's
couldn't figure. And
Twilight.
I was like, "That was him."
Oh my gosh, he is a whole mess in this. He was just terrible, but his acting was fantastic.
Right.
And you got to see, and let me say something about Lupita Nyong'o.
Come on.
That woman is one of the most beautiful women on the planet. And so for those of you out there who think that, oh, it should have been played by a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan woman. No! Christopher Nolan has every right to cast someone as lovely and beautiful as her. I don't know why these people think Black people didn't exist in every age, in every time, in every situation. It's always, well, why Black people there?
Right.
What are you talking about? You're big
Nope.
dummies. But let's let David get in on here. He's being
Come
very
on, David.
Well, I tell you, I think this was a brilliant film, and
Yes.
brilliant
a few
adaptation.
things to talk about here. First, because of some of this initial bad press from social media about Lupita, about Elliot Page and their
Mm-hmm.
respective roles. And that's the first things you heard about. And here's something everybody needs to remember. Before you criticize something, before you damn something, any piece of
Mm-hmm.
art, you really need to take a moment to read it, to watch it, to take it in on your own. You know, people have the
Mm-hmm.
right to their own opinions, but if you haven't seen it and all you're
Thank you.
doing is forecasting, that is such a misguided position. And I agree with Lupita. My goodness, this is a fantastic actor. She's won an award, won an Oscar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She's breathtakingly beautiful. And you and I, we
Right.
talked about this a couple of weeks ago. She could have, if they'd done things a little differently, she probably should have been the protagonist in the sequel Star Wars films. If you're going to have
Mm-hmm.
someone of her
Mm.
talent
Yep.
and
Okay.
beauty with it,
Uh-huh.
man, they could have had her in the role and done that. We go on and on and on about how they could have made the sequels better. But she's
Right.
wonderful. She has a small role, a dual role, Clymestra
Right.
as
Yep.
well as
Mm-hmm.
Helen in this. She's great. Elliot Page did a fine job
Yep.
in
Mm-hmm.
his role. This was a wonderful retelling of the hero's journey, as you said. I think there
Mm-hmm.
was 10 action figures, 10
Oh,
and represented in the movie
Oh,
throughout with
okay.
the acting
Mm-hmm.
crew there. But it was beautifully done.
yeah.
I thought it was a very interesting way to kind of um, portray the relationship between the Greek gods and the people, the Zeus's
Mm-hmm.
law, which there was a lot of great themes throughout
Right.
the the experience, the PTSD of the soldier or the veteran's
Yeah.
plight and how war
Right.
changes you and all
Yeah.
of that. I thought he did a beautiful job with that. Every performance was fantastic. It was
Mm-hmm.
just a wonderfully retelling of this story. Elliot, no, not Elliot, Emily Wilson, professor at UCLA, whose work on the Odyssey actually was an inspiration to Christopher Nolan in this. She was somewhat
Mm.
critical of this of the movie, and I don't know why, because I bet
Hmm.
a few people are going to be picking up her version of the Odyssey and seeing it. But I think
Mm.
it speaks to today's generation. It's
Yep.
Right.
brilliantly acted. God bless the dog, man. Pet
Oh,
Poor
owners forever,
dog.
right?
Oh.
Argo. But yeah,
R.I.P.
everybody should
uh,
see this, and everybody knocked it out of the park in this,
yeah.
from the CGI to the storytelling to the acting,
Mm-hmm.
the scenery. This was real. They were on real boats with
I,
real people
oh, okay.
as they did this. Even some of the sculpting, I won't give away too much, but even some of the
Ah.
sculpting scenes, that was
Mm.
actually like real stuff. That wasn't just
Oh,
necessarily computer
wow.
Oh.
generated. They were
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
doing that with masks and what have you. So
Oh.
Wow.
just a lot of brilliant stuff. Everybody should see this movie. I look forward to seeing what they're going to say come Oscar time, because I
That's what I was
think
going
there
to say.
should
What's
be
going
some
to happen at
Boy.
Oscar
considerations.
time?
Woo, if
I
this
wonder
doesn't
what's going.
if this
It was
doesn't
good.
get a few in there, that
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. Then they just missed the whole
And
boat.
I think a screenplay. I think could be up there for best
Yes.
screenplay. This
Yes.
story
Best
is
adapted
Mm. Do you
screenplay.
think
ancient,
Matt will
but
get the Oscar nod too?
Who?
Matt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
he might.
definitely
I
think
mean,
he'll
he
be
was
up.
wonderful in this.
He was
Yeah.
Everybody
good.
was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Very,
Zendaya.
very,
You even
very
had
mature.
Savage, 21 Savage, the man with the stick. Bam,
Oh
bam,
yeah.
bam. The rapper
Travis
21
Scott,
Savage.
right? Travis.
Huh?
It was
Travis
Travis
Scott.
Scott.
Travis Scott. Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Yep.
Travis
like,
Scott.
that's Travis Scott. I was like, oh wow, these
My husband picked that out. He's like, that's that rapper. He kept saying, that's that rapper. I was like,
Well,
who?
and that was a really excellent decision. Great points that you all made. It was an excellent decision to bring him into this, because
Mhm.
all of these stories were oral traditions told
right,
from one bard
right.
to another, and that
Great
really
point.
speaks.
Mhm.
It really speaks to what music can be. Certainly, what rap has is
Right.
part of that in telling the different stories. So with a strong voice to kind of begin us with that
Mhm.
story, but also
Right.
kind of hearkening to the way oral tradition carries on, music carries
Mhm.
on from antiquity to here we are in the 21st century.
Yep.
Right.
So definitely, if you haven't seen it, read it.
Go.
Read
Yeah.
the Odyssey and
So
go
good.
see the Odyssey, directed and written by Christopher Nolan. All right.
Excellent. Excellent.
One fantasy to the next. And pour
I'm gonna
one
let you
out
go.
for the biggest crybaby in Westeros. Let's take a look at House of the Dragon. See, episode 6, season 3. Can we get HR on this, on the small council too? Talk to
Wow.
Have you forgotten already the doom that hangs over you?
We are exposing her as weak and unsuited to rule. Little by little, bite by bite.
I cannot let this go unanswered.
You are the Queen of Dragons.
In a war, all suffer. We must do what we should have done in the first. Burn the villains out.
Wait but a while longer.
At what cost?
The patient hunter gets the kill.
Okay, here's one for the homie crybaby whose death was not glorious.
Pass me by. Pass me
No
by.
one will be like singing bards because it was like, I'm the greatest warrior. Donk, dead.
Gone. Out of here.
You're out of here. You're out of here, sucker. And that was hilarious. 2 new creepy romances. One with Bela and Alan. Now, what y'all think of that? I was expecting her to go with old cutie boy.
No, she can't go with him. She cannot go. She couldn't go with him because he's not the heir. She's going to go for the heir of Driftmark. He would be the one that inherits Driftmark in order then she can be the wife of the husband, the Queen of Driftmark. There was no way she could go with Adam because Adam's the younger brother. He's the one that's not, and he don't have white hair. Okay, no. I'm still confused about that. So,
boy, boo. So I did not like that, but I was like, man. But then Alice and Eamon. Oh, she putting in the work on this boy. He is being twisted, turned out completely.
Can you tell me what thing? I don't mean to. Why is there a goat that comes in every time she comes in? Is she a shapeshifter? Because that goat is always there before she appears, and then it disappears when she disappears.
Oh,
that little goat thing, this black. Look at the black goat that's always appeared.
I guess I hadn't connected it to.
Yeah, watch it come in.
Some like omen or something.
I don't know if she's a shapeshifter. If she's coming in as a shape, she's shape shifting.
Yeah.
And she's that goat, that black goat.
That would be interesting. That's an interesting take. And the other, okay. So Allison once again wins the award for the worst mother of all
the year
time. That chick, she don't give a damn about her family, her kids. And I was like, girl, you trying to sit up here and act all holier than thou?
Please.
Get out of here. And I thought that this episode had a lot. And I'm hoping that, but went out for our boy. He went out in the first 2 minutes, even before the scene where they make the.
He should have been gone last week.
Poor thing. I was like, well,
he said, "Boy, bye,
baby. You should be gone." David, what you thinking?
Well, one of the things about this show always in all the iterations is no one is safe. and deaths will not necessarily be, these, huge, big things. Sometimes they can really come with not a, not with a thunder, but just a little whimper. And we saw that here with the one guy. You expect, I'm this great swordsman. I'm not even gonna give, we're gonna be 100 yards away, and bye bye. I thought this was well done. I think it's really kind of, I guess we've got one more episode before the season finale.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so I think we're getting to, it's picked up steam. This has not been I'm not nearly as big a fan of this show as I was with the Game of Thrones, but I do think as each episode has transpired, I think it's gotten, for me, it's got a little bit more interesting. It's gotten a little better. And, today I did not expect us to have a Westeros historian here with your sister. So I think that's outstanding to have her expertise. So often we've got our Marvel expert who's on hiatus right now. We've got a Westeros expert here in lieu of, and so it's neat to hear that. I like the idea of the shape shifting. That I'm really going to be intrigued. I want to go back and watch. It makes me want to go back and watch things to see, because I didn't pick up on that before. I think that's who knows if that's the way it's going to be, but man, if you've called it, boy, that's going to be neat way to kind of have a bit of a part of a special part of the finale there. So I'm excited about that in and of itself. But it's a good show. Tremendous acting. Matt Smith looks like is going to be a villain in the next Star Wars movie that comes out.
I'm gonna have to watch that then. I'm gonna have to watch the Star Wars.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I thought was great how they did was Darren and how he, separate from Ormond, he was like, hey man, this dude is crazy. You gotta get me away from him. And he had all the sense in the world. He was not a kind of cowering boy. He was like, look, I know you like kind of dumped me off, but you got to get me the hell out of here. This dude is psycho. And I was like, oh shoot, he got a whole lot of sense. He actually could be a king. He's not going to be. But I was like, oh, I like how they switched him up like that.
Right.
And he was very strategic in what he was doing. And so that's an interesting.
That's a high power characteristic.
Yeah. Yeah. And
because his mama is the queen of it. His mama
reveal, everything on his card. So I thought that was really amazing. Mon, what you thinking?
I'm almost getting last week, because last week and this week, I just have to bring out the point with that I've been going back and forth with people online with the whole Alicent and that moon tea, because people seem to think, and this is my theory and my interpretation, people seem to think that she got that tea for her daughter. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that it was a two-way plan. I think that she knew Helena was not going to take that tea, but she needed that tea for what she was doing before Christian Cole left. And so this was a way of her being able to get some of that tea. And at that time, she didn't know what was going on, because they couldn't get it the way they used to, because now they're locked up and they have to put all their information out there in order to get the maesters to do anything. But just so happened the maester ended up, slipping her a little bit in there. And so at that point, I just have a feeling, because at the time she tried to give it to her daughter wouldn't take it. So why at that point would you take the risk of leaving it in your room and hiding it under the counter? And then when Mysaria came in, then all of a sudden now you're like, okay, she tells you to go get it. For number one, why'd you go get it? Because you didn't have to tell her that you still had it. So I think it's all in her manipulating plan. She is a master manipulator, and she plays the game very well.
Yeah.
So I just feel like She is a very manipulative type of person, and she's going to get what she wants if she got to go through the front or the back. She's trying to play everybody. She's playing Rhaenyra with the whole Damon, not Damon, Aemond, and her children. She don't care about her kids, whether her kids are going to be there or not. Everybody keeps thinking that she wants to be around. She wants to save Helena, but that's only because she thinks she can control Helena. So that's the only reason why. But Helena is pushing back. Helena's like, lady, leave me alone. Let me. And now another point real quick is when Rhaenyra finds out that she told her that she sees things. Rhaenyra, boy, she was mad at first, but she was like, okay, let me go find out what, she's a seer. I believe in dreamers and seers. So let me go and check her out for what that's coming up, though, I guess tomorrow. Check out what she really knows about the future so that she can get a leg up on things. And the whole thing with your boy, Burnt Face, he took that man down. He was about tired of him. He was like, the first opportunity he got to take him out, he was like, I don't care. He was stabbing him, choking him, and looking at him and said, say your grace. You know what I'm saying? Because he was tired of him and his disrespect, kissing his dirty feet. And with mud and everything else on it, he was just over it. At this point, he didn't care. Both of his homeboys done already said, hey, you ain't nothing. So, you're a horrible man, a horrible king, a horrible person. So he's sitting back there looking like, I got these two that can't be trusted. And I got to try to figure out my way, one way or the other, because both of them are those type of master manipulators and players too. So everybody is going through their own, all of the people that are supposed to be in charge or supposed to be sitting on the throne are going through it right now with everybody that's around them, trying to manipulate them to be able to obtain the crown, obtain the crown. So it was so good to me. I have so much to say, but I have little time to say it, but pick my brain later.
And then the scariest scene in the whole thing, when Rhaenyra pricked her finger on the throne, and we know what happened to Viserys.
To her daddy.
And so now that is the worst omen of the entire
the whole show.
And I was like, no. I was like, cut your finger off.
Cut it
off. And now,
that's when they really need tetanus shots.
Exactly.
That's when tetanus shot come in handy.
Oh my gosh. So next week is the penultimate one. So those are usually like super good. And
just so crazy, right? Tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or next week?
Tomorrow. And so, man, we are going to be here for it. And so if you love Game of Thrones and you love House of the Dragon, you better come back here next week, because we definitely going to be talking about it.
I'm gonna be 100. I don't watched it about what? I was in there right now watching season 1, picking up some tea on season 1. And I'm about to just watch it. I just start watching up 1 because I was trying to figure something up. I'm getting ready to watch it all. So because you learn so much every time you watch it. You're gonna learn something. I see different people everywhere. So
and it's such a large cast, and it's so many storylines that they really are doing an amazing job to tie all this together. And so to see how they're going to, have these next 2 episodes, which were, I think from the books, are pretty dark. This season is not going to be a happy season. So
we're going to lose some folks.
So no, I don't even want to know. And I don't even want to watch my favorites who might not be there. But we will be back next week to talk about it. Our
All
girl
right.
fan, she will be back to talk about it as well.
All right. I enjoyed it.
All right. Thanks for coming and stopping by. And we'll see you next week.
All
And
right.
we are going to talk about this is it. It's been what, 3 years, 4 years in the making.
5 years. 5 years.
Here
The
it is.
worst movie we have ever talked about on this program.
Oh,
Fantasy
whatever, man. Here
All
we
righty.
are. Mortal Kombat 2.
2.
Let's check it out.
Uno mas.
Johnny Cage is back.
You're Johnny Cage. I love Citizen Cage. They should do a
Carl
reboot.
Urban back in full effect.
Nobody wants that.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans.
Are you coming or what? It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
This is a war for the fate of your world. It's time to become the hero you were meant to be. It's showtime.
Oh, okay. So let me just say this about Mortal Kombat. This movie is not for us. It's for the kids. And so the kid in me was like, oh, shoot. This is a better story than the first one. And the addition of Carl Urban was the exact injection of fun and over the tops that this series needed. It is fun. Okay, now the original earned the ESRB, I think, the warning label that you would see. That was the first movie that had the warning label because of the level of violence back then. Hello.
Not bad taste, not bad acting.
No. But this one was even more gory and I was like, ah! And if you watch the animated versions, they are super gory. But this was a lot of fun. I thought that the people looked like they were having fun as they were doing it. I thought the story was a lot tighter and better. I thought it was the special effects were really good and it had a lot of humor in it. So I liked it. I know. All right, David. What are you going to say about it? And I hope you gave it a fair shake. You did.
Fair shake. I have mocked. I have criticized. I have found a way to bring Mortal Kombat, the original, into almost every conversation I've had with you for 5 years, pointing out what a piece of bird excrement it was so horrible. It was so bad. It was so awful. And I am shocked that Mortal Kombat 2 is actually pretty fun. I couldn't wait to watch it. I couldn't wait to watch this.
That's what I'm talking about.
I couldn't wait to watch this in part because the first one was so bad. It was like, Mommy, I hurt my head bad. It was painful. This one, you had Carl Urban, and I agree. His character, his acting changed the tone of this.
Yeah.
A little bit of a nod to Galaxy Quest in a way.
Yeah.
With Tim Allen and you see him at the convention and he's got this horrific movie that he's in, and I was like, this surely is not the real movie. No, and it wasn't. This was actually quite entertaining. I liked everybody. I think the actress that played Jade was one of the individuals from the Walking Dead show, if memory serves. I don't remember her name.
Is that Toddy?
Forgive me for the...
She didn't. Toddy Janelle.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She was in You as well on
Okay.
Netflix. But this was fun. Carl Urban was great. It was very entertaining, and it did not just make me want to like leave after the first few minutes. The Mortal Kombat,
Oh
the
my
original
goodness.
played like right after that as I was watching, and I'm like, this one put me in a better mood. That was still an awful movie, and I know why I did that. But this was entertaining. I can't believe they're going to have a third, but it certainly sounds like they're going to try.
Yeah.
You got
I
Dr.
think they
McCoy
should have
in
just
this.
stopped here at 2. I thought
They
this was a
could.
solid sequel, and they should just cut it out at 2 and
Nobody
not try to
stops. They
go for
milk
a
it.
3.
They milk it. If you could make a movie about the Beverly Hillbillies, you
Yeah.
could make a movie
Oh, now that's
of
a
Mortal
deep cut,
Kombat
boy.
3 through 12.
And talk about the toys, the action figures.
Well, I mean, no, that's very interesting here with those. You've got a wide range of them in the mid, like around 2010, 2012. And you've got some that go back to the 90s.
Yeah.
With what they call the O-ring creation, where you've got a little rubber band that connects the two pieces, the torso and the bottom piece, which gives kids a great deal of play value because you can move them around so much. They also, after a few years, they'll just rip in half like you're destroying something. Some of them, which you'd find at though the 4-inch figures that came out around 2010 to 2012, some of those are incredibly expensive. $70, $85 a piece for some of those. The Nick Cage figure himself in this format,
Johnny Cage,
really well, huh? Johnny
Johnny
Cage, thank you. Nick, not the Nick Cage, the actor. I was going to say that wrong. But yeah, there are some neat pieces. I actually have several that I'm using customizing for the Star Wars Museum as different skiff guards and aliens and whatnot. But a lot of different companies have made them over the years. And many of them, they come in range in sizes, 7 inches again to the 4-inch, and probably some smaller. You can really command a hefty price there. So you might, folks, if you've got some out there, you might want to just look and see what's out there at eBay or whatnot and dust them off and see if you might be able to make a buck or two and help pay for some of your gas. But some neat toys out there. Didn't have a chance to bring any out, but I do have a few that we could have reenacted some scenes. Somewhere that I've got a Dr. McCoy from the first Star Trek movie, so we could have had him in that.
Wow,
as well.
yeah. Just put some little glasses on him, and now he's
that's exactly
Johnny
right.
Cage. Johnny Cage.
Johnny freaking Cage.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am totally shocked but pleasantly surprised that David has finally seen the light.
No.
And got his
Kombat
mind
1
right.
sucks.
He got
Mortal
his
Kombat
mind
1
right.
sucks. 2,
No, man, you just finally.
2 is good. 1 sucks. 1 is awful. We did not need 1 at all.
Well, you got your mind right this time. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So definitely, I really think definitely check out. I don't think it's for the little kids because it's really violent and a lot of
obscene. There's a lot of cursing. Kids,
a
it's
lot
not for
of
little
cursing.
kids.
It makes sense though. I mean, the cussing does make sense coming the way it was coming, but for little kids, it's a little too much. But I definitely think it's a fun movie. You should check out Mortal Kombat 2. All right. 5 years in the making, and it's great. All right. Definitely. We are at the end, and David and I share an anniversary today. But you know, God is good, and He has given us a bountiful opportunities for this next year. So we are looking forward to that. And we will see you next time on PJama Live. Like and subscribe. Take care. Bye. Smash that like button.